5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring them out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
Yeah, I am. God damn it. Yeah, I am. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. I'm he and he is me. It's Monday once again. God damn it. If you had the case of them, it's over. Put it in the books. Yeah. CPT is the time I'm on. A few minutes late. But so what? Goddamn Commanders lost. That's what so what. Anyway. Hope everybody's well, man. If you're hearing my voice, you've been blessed to make it through another one. Be winding it on down. But before you go, I'm going to put a little paint where it ain't. Always coming with some sort of jewels. Something to edify. I ain't going to be too harsh on you tonight, too hard. But keep it simple. Oh, shout out to the Insta Slut, man. They took one of my shows down, man, off of the pages. Actually, the one from Tuesday of last week, or Monday of last week, Tuesday of last week, and they said it was hate speech. I didn't get that memo. I thought I was very clear about what I was talking about and concise. It wasn't anything to hurt or harm anybody. Get a chance, man, if you go back and review it and let me know. Was I too harsh in my delivery and what I was saying? I don't know. But I'm here, man, if you like the show. I'm going to shout out some love, man. Follow me. Hit me up on Instagram. On Facebook. And on YouTube. Hit the bell, subscribe, like, leave it in the comments. Got any ideas for any shows, anything, man? Leave it in the comments. No, I'm late getting started, and I'm competing with, I'm sure, Monday Night Football. That's all right. Got to be here. I said I would be here, so I'm here. God damn it. Anyway, election's a few weeks away. Hope everybody's ready, man, to go out and do their part in this process. Hopefully everybody will get the outcome that's right. Can't base it on your choice, but the right one that's going to do the right thing for us all. That's all we can ask for. Check it out. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna get right into it. Tonight, man. Tonight, the topics, man, is about the difficulties that we as men have commandeering a good woman. And there's so many different challenges, but there's none greater than this one. Ladies, how can you have a relationship with a man with walls up? All right. So if you're just joining the show, welcome back to the Romello Marcellus Show. We're going to dive deep into a societal issue impacting relationships in the black community. A lot of communities, but I can only speak to my people because it's all I can relate to. Tonight's episode is a question that demands reflection. Ladies, how do you truly expect to build a relationship with a man when you're still living behind the walls built from your past trauma, or even worse, a lack of loyalty? They say if you can't trust anyone, you're not to be trusted. But yeah, some may beg to differ, but it's fact. Now, I'm not here to bash or point fingers, but we got to start having honest conversations. Many women enter the relationships carrying baggage from their past experience, whether it's betrayal, mistrust, or even self-inflicted emotional wounds. You know, you built walls so goddamn high, not even the man who genuinely cares for you can break through them. So, how's a man supposed to reach you if your heart itself is behind layers of hurt you've never addressed? More importantly, how can you hold him accountable for the emotional needs when you can't even provide him with loyalty and trust? Big question, man. I look at it like this: we can only do but so much, man. But you gotta be willing to do the work too, and most aren't. We live in a day and age where everybody is self-centered, self-driven. You know, me. No, we. You know, some of us need to learn some French. You hear me? So I'd say first, let's talk about past traumas. I see so many women that have been hurt by somebody in their past. Like an ex, maybe your father, even societal pressures, things that are around you. Girlfriends, aunties. You know, and they carry their own hurt into their new relationships, just like you. The problem is you're expecting the new man to be the healer of all those wounds, the wounds that he didn't cause. Ladies, how can you heal while still putting walls up? You got to be willing to tear that shit down. A lot of you say you want to experience something real, but you got to start being real. You got to know if here's something for you. Here's something for you. Let me see if I can get it up. Let me see if I can get it up. Hang on one second. Bear with me. I'll just read it to you. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. Or with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. It's like holding your hand, right? But you close it. But you ask for things. But the things that you ask for, no one can put it in your hand. You can't receive it because your fist is closed, your hand's closed. But if you're open to receiving it and giving of yourself, then there is that exchange. I'm sure a lot of you all have been through things and been hurt, and you say, well, never again. But you know what? A lot of the times, man, we chose the shit that happened to us. We chose to be in those positions because there is no teacher like intuition. And a woman's intuition is rarely off. You knew he was some shit when you got with him, but you stayed. If you're just joining the show tonight, right, we're talking about a man's point of view having to overcome a woman he cares for genuinely and authentically, her walls that she has had up for a time based on her past relationships or past wounds. Let's be honest, man. Some of you all use that trauma as a defense mechanism, almost as a reason to self-sabotage because you believe that sometimes, man, some shit is too good to be true that's happening to you. And that in itself is an issue where the misguidance of trauma that has happened to you, where you suppressed it and you may not have got an opportunity to get closure or to even deal with the individual who did that to you. So when you see someone else that could potentially be good to you, a lot of times you feel like you're not even worthy of someone being good to you. You're constantly sizing them up because you are diminishing yourself. You can't diminish yourself. You have to know that you are worth someone being good to you. And you have to act accordingly. Stop operating in fear. Fear is full of confusion and calamity and will keep you guessing and second guessing yourself and pushing good people away. Yeah, nobody's perfect, but not everybody means you any good. You have to look at the girl, look at the guy in front of you, ladies. If you got a guy that's showing up, putting in the work every day, taking your bullshit, you're in dealing with the fact that you do have this wall up and there's all these questions about his character and his integrity and the things he's doing and why he's doing them and the extra when nobody's reading about it. Take into consideration that this man has a lot of other shit that he can be doing, but if he's devoting this time and energy and effort to you, he is cutting this time out of his life to share with you. Sometimes you got to get out your own way and embrace, man, and receive what's there for you. No one's going to be no fool. Not by a damn shot. Don't be no fool, but at the same time, you have to recognize when you do have someone in your corner. You can't be out here self-sabotaging before they even get a chance to thrive with you in the relationship. Get any sort of consistency. You know? Now, I understand the need of self-preservation, but when does protection turn into isolation? When do you stop living in survival mode? Because a lot of us out here, this is the Black community. A lot of us have been grown up and raised up on this struggle love shit where we can't trust each other as far as we see each other, and we always got to be checking and questioning, and you got to continue to show and prove to me every day, all day. If you're doing all this showing and proving, God damn it, where is the enjoyment of the relationship at? Really enjoyment. And here's the thing. If you're living like that, there's only one of you really giving. There's only one of you really giving, and the other one's just receiving. Now, is that fair? Is that fair? Because what? You had a mistake that happened or some mishap where you, quote unquote, may have mismanaged yourself in a certain way, or someone took advantage of you in a certain way. You can't continue to allow those individuals to have power over you. It happened. I'm not going to tell you to bury it and say, fuck it, I'll move on. But there comes a time when you have to get your good stuff too. Experience is a great teacher. Now, beyond the living in and turning things into this isolation thing and living in survival, you have to deal with the level of being loyal to yourself, questioning your own person, your own ability to give love, give protection, give genuine consideration to the individual that's presenting themselves before you. 410 plus 5. That's 3,900 weeks. 410 is 70 years. This is what the word of God said, that we'd be blessed with, i.e. his promise, as long as we live proper and don't do the things that would take life from us, i.e. like drinking and smoking and hanging and banging and doing the dumb shit. But most of us are not even loyal to ourselves to receive that blessing because we take on unnecessary stresses and thoughts that have nothing to do with really being fruitful, being merry, and multiplying. What I will say is this. If you can't be loyal to yourself, you can't be loyal to anyone else. So, to my fellas, if you meet a woman and she's guarded, you be patient. Meet her where she is. Your job is to protect and to keep. And you got shit that comes with that. You got to work your way through it, to a degree. Not saying being misused and abused, and I'm saying it to the point where you may be with this woman and she's not even giving you the basics. If you're receiving the basics, then there's room for growth. But you're not even receiving the basics, and God damn it, you are beating a dead dog and you need to leave it on the highway. That's just brass tacks. But the loyalties, if you are recognizing that this individual can't be loyal to themselves and there's a deeper rooted issue, many women out here they demand a man's full loyalty, whether emotionally, physically, or financial. But most of them ain't willing to give the same for whatever reason. Loyalty isn't just about not stepping out and fucking around on somebody. You understand me? It's about standing by your man, ladies, even when things aren't perfect. Are you the type of woman who's ready to ride for a man or ride with him when he's struggling with his own battle, when he can give you something, or when he has nothing to give you but him? And even then, he's depleted to the point where he doesn't even have that to give you. Or are you one of these broads that at the first try to trouble, you jumping ship and you rolling out, chucking in the deuces? Yeah. Get back at me when you get your shit together. I got to go. I got to roll out. Or when his flaws show, because we all got them. In more cases than not, man, men are willing to overlook your flaws to be with you. But because you are in a state of disloyalty and you're not vulnerable, you're consistently looking at his flaws and finding and justifying reasons for you to self-sabotage a good thing, potentially, more often than not. Trust me, we're in a day and age where men, we are the commodity. Yeah, we have the selections for the collections. Believe me, we do. But you guys, man, got to understand that if a man chooses to be with you everywhere you are, like Visa, you got you one. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Yeah. Here's the thing, man. It's like even with the loyalty thing, right? Loyalty is always going to be tested in those quiet moments. There's quiet moments when the camera's not rolling, when you ain't in the street, you're not looking good, you're not shining, you just in the moment, and shit happens when no one's around. Like Martin Luther King said, a man, not only a man and a woman, is not tested when things are comfortable, but when things are uncomfortable. That's when the measure of that individual is going to really show you who they are. Yeah. The problem is, if you reside in your past trauma, your loyalty wavers because you're still in self-preservation mode. Yeah. This is where you can have a wonderful day, and at 9 o'clock at night, you can have a knockdown, drag out argument with the person that you're with, and the individual who's holding on to this wall is constantly casting stones down at the man who's trying to overtake this wall with reasons as to why I don't want to fuck with you because of this and because of that and because of this. And the man is looking like you have truly lost your ever-loving mind, because that's not where he is. He could be so many other places, but he chose to be there with you, even in the middle of the night, arguing and cussing and fussing with you, to try and get you to see that you ain't in the house or you ain't in the car by your motherfucking self. Someone is having this conversation with you, trying to get you to lock in to what you all should be having, meaning that together. It's so bad, even to the point where some people will cuss and fuss and do all this stuff and then do further separation. There's some things in the midst of relationships you should never stop doing. Be honest with you. You should never stop making love, i.e. fucking, sucking, whatever you're doing. Never stop the intimate connection. The minute you do that, you create further separation. Change your fucking vocabulary. The I and me has nothing to do with we. What are we doing? Your conversation should be, not you disrespected me. It should be, I feel disrespected in this moment that we're having this disagreement. And you have to be willing to ask the question, well, what part of this discussion or this disagreement made you feel this way? Yeah. Um, Preservation mode will keep you loyal to your fears. I'm going to say it again. Preservation and survival mode will keep you loyal to your fears and keep you away from your blessings, especially in a relationship when you're trying to build a life with someone. There comes a time where you got to lay that down. You can't be out here, clutching your pearls and talking about you want somebody to love you too and love on you and be there for you and do the things and all of that. Let me be straight with you. When we talk about the life that we lead and dating and all that, the courtship and blah, 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 ain't nobody got no time to be wasting with you, heifer. Either you coming or you're not. And if so, what are we talking about? Because at some point in time, and I'll say this as a man, if a man wants you, he gonna come and get you. And there's circumstances where a man's got to falter to get himself right before he comes because he doesn't want to mess up a good thing. So you got to recognize that too. Is he still working towards you and making the things happen that need to happen, right? But if you're operating in fear or preserving yourself, your fear is your head, is the governance of what you're doing. You're loyal to that fear. And how can any man feel safe building a future with a woman who's still uncertain about where her true loyalties lie? If it's not with him, then shit, you put him streets. And you ain't gonna do never crash out and hurt yourself anymore. And this is what most females do anyway. You're feeling some kind of way, you go out and you hurt yourself even more. You go to the club, you go to the bar, you go to the this, you go to the nasty aunties and your whack ass mammy, and she gonna give you some more unsound doctrine about what you need to be doing with yourself. Yeah. And a lot of reason that happens because a lot of times your mommy and your auntie, they know you got a good man sitting there. But they don't want you to be happy because they ain't never been happy about nothing. Yeah. See, you can't always just because that's my auntie or my mama or my sister or my cousin, they're going to give me some sound advice. Nah. You got to recognize your audience too, because they living in the same traumatic fear that you are in 8 times out of 10. That's why they ain't got nobody. Yeah. So what's the solution? What's the solution, man? How can we, women and men, bridge the gap? How can we break down these walls like Reagan told Gorbachev years ago? How are we going to break the wall down, man? How can we do that? How can we break these walls down? Yeah. Walls that these other folks, these other crash dummies helped you build before me. I mean, I'm a firm person, man, with the things that I say, and I stand on my thing that, God damn it, I didn't do it to you. You got your ass beat in your last relationship. I didn't do it to you. Nigga cheated on you. You caught him in the house with a bunch of butt naked midgets and 2 chickens and a turkey and a BBW. I didn't do it to you. Yeah. I didn't do it to you. Nigga took all your money. I didn't do it to you. It wasn't me. I didn't do it to you. Yeah. I'm here to be a part of the healing. I want to have something. I'm a builder. I want to be a part of that. I want to show my woman off. I want to be able to, this is what we doing. I'm looking for somebody, excuse my French, to grow old. And if she got to, be able to wipe my ass in my face at the same time. You know what I mean? God damn it. Anyway, man, there comes a time where you got to put childish things away. It happened to you, so what? Everybody's not perfect. You got guys that have issues with women that they meet and fall in love with about their body counts. which is it's a valid point, because here's the thing. We as men, we believe that something should belong to us and belong to us only. But if it's been touched, then there's questions. And then you got sisters that have been operating this preservation mode where you're constantly sitting back, unbeknownst to your guy or your new dude or your new thing, and you're comparing. Some of you are so loud and disrespectful. That you can sit back and utter to your new guy, your old guy, full government and social. Damn. That's going to go over a lot of y'all's heads. But those that know, that's some cruddy shit. But that's a survival mode. That's what's putting you in place, because you're constantly looking past the individual that's in front of you, and that's going to give you some sanctity, some peace that potentially I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. But you'll enjoy the dinners. You'll enjoy the trips. You'll enjoy the time that you spend with this individual that costs you nothing. Hell, you may barely be giving them some ass based on this preservation thing, because there potentially can be that deep-rooted connection, that kinetic thing based on the swapping of energies. Question is, how long you gonna play yourself? How long you gonna play yourself? You know what? Here's what I'll say. First ladies, you gotta confront your past traumas head on. No matter what it is. Get you some goddamn help. Get you some help. You got to do it whether through therapy, self-reflection, or open conversations with people that create a safe space for you to come in and just vent and talk without judgment. But you have to be willing to receive some sort of constructive criticism too. Yeah. Even with your partner. If you got one and you can believe that you can trust him with certain things, you have to be able to let that shit go. Decompress. Vent. At least it'll give him some understanding about what you're dealing with, if you're being straight up and real. That way you can better make a decision or educated decision whether or not he want to stay or not. And a lot of you will keep him on the back burner. Foul motherfuckers, you. You'll sit back and make it up in your mind that, hey, I'm not gonna open up. I've already made my mind up. I'm not opening up. But I don't want to lose this good thing. Yeah. Because in your heart of hearts, he is a good man and he makes you feel good. Just as he's supposed to. Yeah. If you don't do this, man, you can't expect to have a healthy relationship at all. If you never heal these wounds of your past, or your traumas, or the things you see, it may not even happen to you, but because we all are impressionable, we've been around things and we've seen things, we have a certain ethic or code in which we carry in our lives that may put us in a position where you say, well, I ain't never going down that road. I ain't never going to give a person that access to me or this, blah, blah, blah. But if you want to have someone to grow old with and make a life with, at some point in time, you're going to have to sit that shit down. Yeah. Healing ain't just for you either. Y'all get the game fucked up. Y'all think, okay, I'm going to say, man, that shit ain't just for you. It's just like prime example. If you walked out here and you jumped in your car and you died tonight, do you know how many people you would actually affect? That ripple would just, the same thing. When you get in your healing, it affects everyone. It's not just for you. It's for your partner too. A healed woman can build something with a man. You hear me? Someone who's truly healed and really did the work and really owned her shit. Yeah. We made mistakes. We've been places and we've done things we had no goddamn business doing. But shit, it just comes with the territory. It's life. We've all been young and dumb. We've all been dumb. Some old dummies out here too. Yeah. But a woman who can trust and be vulnerable, oh man, she's ripe for growth. She's ripe for growth. Secondly, loyalty is not a one-way street, goddammit. You need to show up for your man. If you got him around, show the fuck up for him. You can't sit on the sideline and expect to win the game. You riding the pine, he's doing all the work. He's only good as him. If both of you are in the game, it's better. Everything's better when both of you all are in the game. You can't sit there and consume yourself with your day-to-day. Oh, I work all day. Work. School. And then you made a commitment to deal with someone, or you shared yourself or put yourself in a position to deal with some, but you can't even fulfill the obligation or allot time to fill the obligation, or even have a conversation about the allotment of time and the things that are created or should be happening within that time for your partner. Excuse me. Which is so selfish and has a lot to do with the wall you standing on, throwing boulders on the man where he's trying to get over the wall or get through the wall. Yeah. Show up for that man, just like you would expect him to show up for you. Yeah. Real loyalty means supporting him when he's up, when he's down, when he ain't got nothing but some piss to throw it out of a window that he can't even get the window open to throw it out of. You need to be there to help him open the goddamn window. Yeah. Loyalty means building together, making a plan to build things together. Start with something small if it ain't but a vacation. This is how you work together on accomplishing that goal. And goddamn it, yeah, I do believe in meeting each other halfway on everything, because the simple fact is you had a life before, and that's your shit, just like he had a life before you, and that's his shit. Now, when you decide to merge your corporations, a lot of dissolving needs to happen in the way that you were living single. Now you become one. And how you do your percentages in your house, that's your business. But I will say this. You cannot be one of these individuals out here, these females that have these grandeurs of delusion and illusion and seeking for their unrealistic expectations of flights of fantasy. He pays all the bills and he does everything for me. I'm going to tell you like this. Regardless of what and how I'm sitting, I ain't never going to rob you of your independence. And your independence takes contribution to the corporation that you are in. Yeah. Don't be a fool. Big Mama always had some change to give to Big Papa and Daddy and Pop when they were running the house. They just knew how to respect their men and to assure that their men were the heads of their family. Trust me, Big Mama was always kicked up. Always was able to, you need what? Digging her and come out with a wad. Trust and believe me. Don't play with me. This new founded bullshit that they talking about. Listen, you know what? I wore this for a reason. This is one of the originals. I've had this since 87. Yeah, 87. Yeah. This is real. This is not one of those things where you got niggas ain't getting money like they used to back then. This is some bullshit. And even then, you know, nigga had a lifespan of 2 years, 3 years when he was on top of the game. So even then, the kept one she hit the street in a few, and nigga lost her anyway. I'm just making a point, damn it. Be realistic when you're supporting the individual that you're with. Be realistic. Here's the thing. All right, in this day and age, you can make a decent salary. Let's say you as a woman, you make $100,000 a year, and your guy makes $100,000 a year. You got $200,000 in spending power between you. If you can't build something together between you, you don't need nothing. One of you is fucked up, if not both of you. Yeah, straight up. There should be nothing holding you back to have a life together other than getting it on and making it happen. Yeah. So you can't pull away when shit gets rocky either. Got to be willing to stand. I came on, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all long, man. I'm just gonna put a little. I just wanted to dab, and fulfill my obligation tonight. But I'll say this: relationships are about growth and partnerships. But how can you grow with someone when you're still rooted in pain and trauma and fear? Fear and trauma and pain of the past. Things that people have done to you, said to you, or that you might even taken out of context because of how you felt. Ask yourself, are you willing to show up, man, and get the shit that you want or you say you have? Matter of fact, have you even stopped to take a look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, what is it that I want from a man? What is it that's going to allow me to be the fullness of a woman that I can be for a man, for the man that's before me? What is the real deal, Holyfield, with that? What can I really say about myself? What is it that I can really ask for to say, hey, this is who I am, and this is what I want, and this is what I'm able to give right now? Yeah. It's time to tear down them walls. That's all I can say. It's time to tear them down. Stop being a stereotype. Stop being the butt of the joke because you've been hurt. And play as fair with people as you would want them to play with you, especially if they didn't do it to you. I say it all the time. I didn't do it to you, goddammit. I didn't do it to you. So I'm not going to pay for it. It's unfair for me to pay for it. Step into your space, man. Step into a space of openness. Breathe. Take it slow, but do it. Move. Be proactive. Don't be afraid of the access that you need to give for you to receive the comfort, the care, the affection, the protection, the authentic love that you hope to receive from a man. Your man. The man that you receive, if he gives himself, he's your man. It's on you to create him. Just for you. By the love that you give. Yeah. If you expect a man to be vulnerable with you, it's only fair that you do the same. Take time to spend time with each other, man, and do nothing. Get out and just fucking ride in the car. Don't even turn the radio on. Listen to the sounds of wherever you are and just talk. Just have conversations. Try to have contact with each other just for the fuck of it. Just because, you walking in the kitchen, you just bump into each other because you need that. You need to crash into each other sometimes just to get that stimuli to say, hey, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. I said, man, it's better to like the individual that you love, because so many of us out here are in this struggle love position, and you have one person in the relationship that's in the relationship loving enough for both, and that's a bad space and bad place to be, especially with someone who can do better. Yeah. Don't be one of these people that love somebody, but you hate their guts. Bad. Yeah. I hope the healing starts for a lot of you out here, man. And, you know, we all need it. We all need it. If you like the show, man, once again, follow me, man. Follow me on Instagram. Let me know you came through. Also, follow me on Facebook. Facebook. And right here on YouTube. Hit the bell, hit the like, and subscribe. If you got any ideas, man, leave it in the comment. Let me know you came through. Let me know you came through. Um, yeah, man, I hope somebody received what I was saying tonight, man. It was just on me to say it. I felt like saying it, and that's what it was. And when it comes to your choices and your selection, a lot of you feel like y'all out here fucking up. So, what do you see in the individual that you're with that you see in yourself? Sideways is cool if you're in your 20s. Well, damn. Okay. I was always thought it was either up or down. I mean, sideways is just nothing. That's lateral moves keep you where you are. I'm not understanding that. Are you fucking above your station? Meaning, are you a low value individual seeking a high value individual and you can't keep up because you're trying to come up and you fucking up and the individual knows that he's fucking down or she's fucking down or vice versa. Same thing I said, man. Retrospectively, it starts with you. Last evening's conversation was very, very, very deep. And a lot of people, I'm sure you had good takeaways from it. Trust that people are going to be who they are, and you're going to be who you are. Exactly. But being who you are doesn't always make it right, i.e., especially when you're carrying pain and you're putting walls up on motherfuckers and they trying to get through. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think a lot of females still think they're in high school where guys just want to fuck on them and use them up and abuse them up and stuff like that. Or is it that you have a lot of ladies out here with low self-esteem, or they ain't about to plug nickel themselves and they just want a variety. They happen to luck up on a good man. They don't know what to do with him. I'm just asking. I'm just putting it out there, man, in the universe, and hopefully we can get some clarity through the smoke. You hear me? Yeah. The number down there on the thing, man. If you want to talk, man, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'll give you a few minutes. You can leave it in the comments up there. The super chat is open. Yep. You got something you want to say to me? If I've been off this evening, you know, I'll take the constructive criticism. But if I've been on, I'll take the silence as kudos. Yeah. I've been putting pen to paper, man, these last couple of shows. I've been writing this shit. So yeah, you see me glance away. I'm looking at my notes. You know, I'm writing. You know, I'm doing this. I'm not as I was before, where everything was just off the dome. I just come in and I'm sitting and just pow. So really, kind of right now, I'm rolling on through a series where we're talking about really getting beyond the traumatic points in our situations, as far as us being individuals and then being a part of couples and establishing relationships, right, and growing. Life's not perfect, man. All we all are gonna go through some shit, but when we're dealing with each other, we have to be in a position where we know when to hold them, we know when to fold them. So yeah. Once again, man, if you like the show, you know what to do. Yeah. Subscribe. Hit that bell, smash the like. Leave it in the comments. You got any ideas, any thoughts about the show? Let me know. I'm open for all of it. Follow me on Instagram. And follow me on Facebook. I just want to say, man, thanks for tuning in, man, to this episode of the Romello Marcellus Show. Let's continue the conversation, because healing starts with dialogue and relationships thrive on understanding. Once again, I'll say this again. let's continue this conversation because healing starts with dialogue and relationships thrives on understanding. Until next time, man, all you're getting, get you some understanding. Stay safe, stay strong, and remember, if nobody loves you, man, I do. Love on yourself, man, and let people see you loving yourself so they know how to love you. And once again, man, if you like the show, share it. I'm right here. Monday nights at 9:30. If there's a deviation because there's some game or some other thing that needs to happen, I'll put it out prior to. We may shift to Tuesday or Wednesday. But for the most part, right now, I'm locked in 9:30 Monday nights right here. All right. And if you see the clips, man, out there on the different platforms, support me, man. Don't take nothing but a second to like it. Yeah, throw a thumbs up or throw a thumbs down. Let me know. Whatever it is, it's going to be what it be. I love you. This is the Romello Marcellus Show. I am he, and he is me. I'm out, goddammit. Peace.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert! All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.